Hey, Richest, you money maniacs, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about a new phenomenon in the world of health, and that is mask mouth. Let's get right to it. Hey, Richest, you money maniacs, welcome back. I'm Tom. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I want to talk about something that is occurring in the world that has never really been seen before, which is really interesting. So it means that if you're alive now, you get to see more history being made. And that history is in the industry of health. In fact, in the dentist area, in the dentist industry, dental industry. And that is called mask mouth. Basically, all kinds of oral disease and decay and halitosis and such that has basically never been seen on healthy people before. And what the dentists are finally coming to terms with is the idea that everyone is wearing masks all day long to help help slow the spread of this health challenge, right? But at the same time, they're actually causing more challenges inside their body. Now, keep in mind, there's a distinct difference between an MD, a regular doctor, a dentist, and then even a difference between someone who specializes in ears, nose, eyes, and throat. So when you're talking about dentists and you're talking about disease that occurs in this area, it really deeply impacts your ears, your nose, your eyes, and your mouth. But don't take my word for it. Let's go to the article that I found that I'd like to cite on this. And then, of course, you can do your own homework as well and look this up, this new phenomenon in the health industry called mask mouth. So this article comes from the New York Post, of all places. And the quote at the title is, "Mask mouth is a seriously stinky side effect of wearing masks." I'm just not going to even comment right there. I'm just going to let the article speak for itself. Okay, let's get to this. Some bad breath just can't be covered up. Now that dentists have reopened their doors, they're having patients show up with a nasty set of symptoms, which the doctors have dubbed mask mouth. The new oral hygiene issue caused by, you guessed it, wearing a mask all the time to prevent the spread of coronavirus is leading to all kinds of dental disasters like decaying teeth, receding gum lines, and seriously sour breath. We're seeing inflammation in people's gums that have been healthy forever, and cavities in people who've never had them before, says Dr. Rob Raimondi, a dentist and co-founder of One Manhattan Dental. About 50% of our patients are being impacted by this. We decided to name it mask mouth after meth mouth. Yes, meth mouth. For those of you who are familiar with that, you'll get the reference. Continuing with the article, the term meth mouth is widely used by dentists to describe the dental problems that arise among methamphetamine users. Addicts often end up with cracked, black, and brown stained teeth because the stimulant causes sugar cravings, teeth grinding, and jaw clenching. They also often neglect their oral hygiene. While mask mouth isn't quite as obvious, if left untreated, the results could be equally harmful. Gum disease or periodontal disease will eventually lead to strokes and an increased risk of heart attacks, says Dr. Mark Sclafani, great name, another co-founder of One Manhattan Dental. He says the stinky syndrome is triggered by face coverings since wearing a mask increases dryness of the mouth and a buildup of bad bacteria. People tend to breathe through their mouth instead of through their nose while wearing a mask, says Sclafani. The mouth breathing is caused by dry mouth, which leads to a decrease in saliva. And saliva is what fights the bacteria and cleanses your teeth. He adds that saliva is also what neutralizes acid in the mouth and helps to prevent tooth decay and gum disease. People's tendency to drink less water while masked up, as well as consume more coffee and alcohol during lockdowns, have also added to the widespread dehydration he's seeing. One bright side, the dentists say that they're packing in breath-conscious patients who might otherwise neglect their dental health during the pandemic. Patients are coming to us like, wow, my breath smells, I need a cleaning. But when you smell the bad breath, you either already have periodontal disease or you have a lot of bacteria that's sitting on your tongue because of dry mouth, says Sclafani. While masks are not negotiable given the times, programming, Sclafani says there are things wearers can do to avoid their grossest side effect. Drink more water, cut down on caffeine, snag a humidifier to help moisten the air, use an alcohol-free mouthwash, scrape your tongue, and don't smoke. If all else fails, just breathe through your nose. Okay, so we're not going to discuss whether masks are good or bad. We are money maniacs. That is our goal. Our goal is to become money maniacs and take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to us by the world and all of the different things that flow in and out of this existence. So that's a pretty deep statement. But remember what a money maniac does. A money maniac loves the idea of leveraging every situation to their advantage to be able to acquire wealth, abundance, happiness, joy, good health, and time to enjoy them, while not infringing on the rights of others, but actually having abundance in exchanges so that everybody in the exchange feels like they've gotten something wonderful out of it. And that while acquiring all those things, they realize the freedom that those things bring. So all that wealth and happiness and joy brings about a freedom that most people in the world don't get to experience. So here's the interesting thing. I'm not going to discuss whether masks are good for you or bad for you. I'm not going to discuss or even echo the idea that clearly masks do damage to people when they wear them all day long or when they wear them even for extended periods. I am not going to discuss whether masks have been proven by medical science to actually damage perfectly healthy people or not. I'm not even going to re-quote what they said in the New York Times article that these dentists emphasized, which is that, of course, the periodontal disease can cause strokes and heart attacks. I mean, I'm not even going to get into the logical connection that if you have disease here in your mouth, that means that your nose and your eyes and your ears are next. And that means, of course, vision, blindness, or deafness as well. So the damage that masks do or can do or have been proven to do or don't is not what this video is about. This video is about how you, as a money maniac, can see this as an opportunity to take advantage of and make yourself financially secure. Because if you're financially secure, remember the golden rule, not the golden rule that Napoleon Hill talked about, where do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. That's not really the golden rule. A money maniac knows that the golden rule is that he who has the gold makes the rules. That's the golden rule. And so the goal of a money maniac is always to make enough gold for themselves and their family that they make the rules for themselves and they don't rely on anyone else, especially the government, to make the rules for them or hold their hand. Money maniacs are always at cause in their life. They never sit around and wait to be at effect in their life. Now, if you don't understand that, please write a comment down below and I'll be happy to describe it to you. So, if you're a money maniac and you're watching this video even this far, which that probably means that you are, or you're becoming a money maniac, and you understand what it really means to be a money maniac, you should be looking at this situation and saying, most of the world is deciding to go along with this and participate in wearing masks all the time, which means that they are all going to suffer the consequence of wearing a mask all the time. If it was unhealthy to wear pants that are too tight, which is exactly what's happened in the past before, and it was proven to cause sterility, which means that your if you're a man, then your sperm dies because the pants are too tight and the sperm can't stand the intense heat of your body temperature, and so it dies. So you can't have children because of tight pants. That's actually a thing. Did you know that? Look it up. It's really interesting. So if you knew that and you decided to go ahead and wear tight pants, you should not be surprised when you try to have children and you can't have any. So the same thing is true of wearing a mask. If you decide to participate in wearing a mask all day long for fear of catching any disease, not even the one that's just out right now, anything that comes along in the future, or any of the thousands and thousands of other infections that are already out in the world waiting for you to bump into them, then you should not be surprised that you will for sure suffer through mask mouth. Now, as a money maniac, how do you leverage that to your advantage? It's really very simple. Are you ready? You will begin to focus your attention on the dentist or dental hygiene, or even eyes, nose, ears, and mouth industries. Because remember something, in the United States especially, medicine is an industry. That's why Big Pharma has so much money, because it's an industry. It's been not only industrialized, it's been politicized, so that even the government now participates in this huge industry. So as a money maniac, you will begin to look at who builds the tools that help fix people's oral hygiene. You will begin to look at the companies that make the best mouthwash, the best toothpastes, the best toothbrushes, maybe even the best toothbrushes that are earth-friendly and biodegradable, so you're not using plastic and polluting the oceans. All of those things. Even then, look into vision care, look into hearing care, look into sinus care, look into those industries and find companies that perform well now that you have the masses infecting themselves by wearing masks all the time. How about that for an idea for a money maniac? Think about that. What companies are going to benefit from people wearing masks and making themselves sick with periodontal disease or cavities, or losing their teeth, or their gums receding and their teeth fall out, or just become so painful they have to have them pulled? And then, of course, somebody has to not only pull them, supply the anesthesia and the tools to pull them, but then somebody has to provide fake teeth to replace them with. Somebody has to provide toothpaste for these people who now are suddenly going to be very focused on taking care of their teeth. Or maybe even think about what they said in this article about dehumidifiers, or not dehumidifiers, excuse me, humidifiers, personal humidifiers that go in your bedroom so that when you're sleeping, you can rehumidify your sinus cavity, your mouth, your throat. Now remember something else, one of the dangers of having a dry mouth on a regular basis, like they said, your saliva helps protect you against infection from periodontal disease, but it also helps protect you against respiratory diseases as well, sort of like coronavirus. Sorry, that's just so ironic, because they're wearing masks to help protect themselves from it, but the dry mouth syndrome that's caused by wearing masks makes them more vulnerable to the coronavirus itself. That's funny. And I know a lot of folks won't agree with me, but that's definitely funny. It's really good irony, by the way. Okay, so there you have it. A Richest You video that explains to the money maniacs out there exactly what is occurring, what is a new trend, a new mega trend. This is global. You can take advantage of this in all kinds of different ways. In fact, every single money maniac who watches this video will have a completely separate experience and completely separate success story, because there's so much opportunity to take advantage of with mask mouth. You know the mega trend, you know how to leverage it to your advantage and make money off of it to make yourself free and to help take care of your family. Now, all you have to do is go do it. Go do the research. Go do the homework. Look up these companies. Find out who's doing the best job, and then look into investing. So, I am not necessarily encouraging you to go and invest in the stock market. I'm saying that you should look closely at these industries and look for all kinds of opportunities. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. However, it is up to you to decide what fits best for you. So there you go. The Richest You presenting Mask Mouth. How amazing to be alive right now and watch the insanity unfold. I hope you have found this video extremely helpful. I hope it gave you some great ideas, especially for all you money maniacs out there. You can be darn sure I'm going to be doing my own homework on this too. So until we see you again next time, thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you back again. And even better, if you completely disagree with me or you think this is great information, please write a comment below and I would love to have a conversation with you. All right, everybody. See you next time.